Actually, it's likely that this specific doctor has never seen a regret case in their entire career, and especially not from a child-free woman. Let me explain why. From this study, the average regret rate is 10.2. That's 12.6 for women who underwent sterilization at age 21 to 30, and 6.7 for those who underwent sterilization at older than 30 years. That is a negligible regret rate, especially when you compare it to the regret rates from other surgeries. The example I gave you in my comments was knee surgery, the regret for which is 10%. But in my research, I also found that the regret rate for breast augmentation is very, very high. It ranges from 27.6% for mild regret and 19.5% for moderate to strong regret. So if we look at this logically, if sterilization should be approached with caution because of the regret rates, and doctors are just being caring by telling a woman that she shouldn't get sterilized, then why aren't doctors exercising their right to say no when it comes to breast augmentation? People in the comments keep mentioning that a doctor might get sued by a regretful sterilization patient, but why aren't they worried about being sued by someone who's unhappy with their boobs post-op? What is so special about sterilization regret? Regret is regret. Doctors either want to prevent regret or they don't. And at least sterilization doesn't cause a lifetime of knee pain or noticeably lopsided boobs. Also, it's been found that among the regretful are people who didn't want to get sterilized in the first place. So these are people who needed to be sterilized for medical reasons or people who were forced into it by an abusive partner. Of course, you're going to regret a surgery you never wanted in the first place. Finally, you said doctors aren't saying no meanly. They just want to protect the patient. Well, doctors who refuse sterilization are actually going against the advice of the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, which tells doctors point blank, it is important to avoid paternalism by the healthcare professional, aka assuming you know better than the patient what is good for them and their life. So not only are doctors insulting the grown woman in front of them by denying her sterilization, they're also not following the advice of the ACOG.